don't get used to failure. Don't be like me. So I just finished a track workout and I feel absolutely pathetic. I don't know if you know anything about track times, but my track's back there and I ran half a lap about like 4 times and I feel absolutely terrible. And, a couple days ago I got a crazy stomach virus, parasite, whatever. I was throwing up everything I had in my system that morning. The 3 days before, felt awful. I threw up about 6 times. Absolutely gut-wrenching. I just couldn't move and I had to take a bunch of pain meds. And maybe that's the reason I feel so pathetic. But it makes me think when I'm lying on the track and I'm just in so much pain and my times aren't what I want it to be. I think, I'm putting aside the whole stomach parasite. I'm like, I lost myself along the way. See, if you know anything about me, track was one of my main things. See, in high school, 9th grade, I stumbled into track. I stumbled over a couple hurdles, and now I'm doing it in college. But all throughout high school, track was my thing. People called me the track guy. I recruited people to the track team. People came to love the sport and know the sport because of me. And getting to college, being in this new area, this foreign place with all these new people, people showed me that maybe track isn't my only thing I'm good at. And at the start, I was like, this is great. I don't always have to focus only on track. But the bad thing is my teammates were really, really freaking fast and good. And I was in the back a lot of the time. And sometimes my freshman year, I fought my way up and I got towards the middle of the pack. And if I was very, very lucky and people were just feeling off some days, I'd be even in the front. And that was amazing. But slowly as time went on, I started getting used to being in the middle and maybe even the back. And now I'm hanging around the back. And it sucks. See, I'm getting comfortable with failure as my track career goes on. I only have 3 more semesters left until track is done. I have no more eligibility and I am just a civilian. I'm no longer a collegiate athlete, which is something kids fight for. They would do anything for that privilege. And I feel like I lost myself. See, I think the true problem was that track was my passion. And I let things distract me from the true thing that should have been my focus. I can make the stomach virus an analogy, even though it was very real. I've really felt that. It's just something to divert my attention away from the fact that I really haven't been trying as hard as I should have on the track. See, those runs I did a minute ago shouldn't have been that hard. And maybe I'm thinking the stomach virus has something to do with it, but it's really me. My passion is just not what it used to be. And it hurts me so much. See, in high school, my senior year, even my junior year, even when it was COVID time, we were quarantined, I trained my butt off. Even when I had no track, I went outside my dad's backyard and got a little freaking roller that measured out meters, and I measured out a freaking track on my dad's yard. He mowed the grass so I could run my track workouts that I made myself. I made these workouts myself. I had passion, I had drive. I made tracks out of things that weren't tracks at all. This was my thing, man. And I just let too many things distract me. I let too many things that were just shiny and this like little candy on your diet. And it just pulls me away from the true problem. And the problem was that I was losing my passion. And I'm so glad I can realize this when I have 3 semesters left. And I'm not realizing this when I'm done. See, I'm really looking back on the fact that I have not been trying as hard as I should be. Screw the stomach virus. Screw being in the back. Screw my teammates being the best ever because they're great and I love them. But screw all that. I should have my same passion and drive that I did when I was in high school. I'm older. I'm more mature. Yes, reality has a way of punching you in the face and reminding me sometimes that I'm not going to maybe make it to the Olympics. But who does it hurt to try? I've always loved that one quote by that one person, I don't know their name, but it says, if you shoot for the moon, you can land among the stars. Maybe you don't hit the moon, but at least you land among the stars. But if you don't shoot, you're just going to stay here on Earth. You're not going to reach any stars. You're not going to become one of the stars. Maybe the moon is the Olympics, like it was for me. Maybe I knew in the back of my mind, I'm probably never going to make it to the Olympics. But I loved going to my mom after every track workout, drenched in sweat and just so tired, and being like, Mom, I want to make it to the Olympics. And my mom used to tell me, like, son, that's impossible. But then she saw how hard I would train and how hard I wanted this. And she was like, I'm going to be on those front row seats when you run your first Olympic race. My mom would just help me live this dream. And maybe I was just some naive kid with just crazy dreams and ambitions, but it made me happy, man. It made me happy to just dream, even if they seem so ludicrous, so impossible. I dreamed and I wanted it to happen, and I trained like it was going to happen the next day. I would have a crazy diet. I would eat nothing with added sugars. I would have this insane game plan to get to the Olympics. Meanwhile, there were kids somewhere out in the world running way faster than me, but I didn't care. I didn't let any of that stop me. I knew people were out there faster than me. I didn't let that stop me. But somewhere along the way, I got used to failure. In high school, I would get first place in my races all the time. I got used to winning. I got used to getting first place. I think I went on a streak to get first place in like 7 or 8 of my high school 300-meter hurdle races. Hurdles was my thing. It still is my thing. But I'm just realizing that doesn't happen as much anymore. Ever since my last race of my high school career, I got like 4th place. And I don't think I've won a race since my senior year of high school. I've gotten close, but I've never gotten that first place. And it hurts so bad. And I used to get used to that winning, and I'm like, this is me. It's my passion. But somewhere along the way, I realized that, maybe my days of getting first place are over. Maybe it's just me getting old. Maybe the Olympics is too far out. Don't get used to failure like I did. Have your passion, that thing you want, the videos or the podcasts that you want to post online, whatever you want to do. Don't let people just tell you that it's not possible. Because so many people in my life, they either told me it wasn't possible, or they saw me fail and they didn't try to encourage me or tell me I would keep going. They would tell me, hey man, don't focus on that. Just focus on what you can improve. I know you're sucky at track and you're running bad, but look at the bright side. You're so charismatic, you're funny. That's true. But I didn't need to hear that. I miss my kid self, man. And I know that I can't ever get that kid back, but the least thing I could do is honor my kid self by taking advantage of the rest of my track career. And whatever you're doing, honor your future and your past self, their dreams, by doing the most with what you can now. I believe in you. I'm not here to tell you that you're funny and you're charismatic and you're good looking and you have good facial hair. Use all those qualities to get what you want. No. That thing you want and you're thinking of right now, that you've been always trying to do, that goal that seems so far out there and it seems impossible, it can happen. And I'm here to tell you that it will happen. Just don't let it become on the back seat. Keep it in the front seat. There's so many things that try to fight to get in that front seat with you when you're driving. Let your passenger seat be your passion. Passion. Do whatever you need to do. Don't get used to failure. Don't be like me. Get used to that failure of being in the back, coming up short, and realizing that maybe this stuff isn't for you. It is for you. I'm going to do more of these workouts where I feel pathetic and I feel worthless and I feel like I'm never going to be what I thought I could be. But I know every time I'm on that track, my high school track, right there, I'm going to think that my kid self was doing this same thing. And maybe he was able to smile a bit more and think about bigger dreams. And maybe those dreams aren't able to pop up in my head as easy, but I'm at least going to honor that kid. Honor your past self by living out your passion now. Don't let your dream die. Please. Thank you so much for watching this, and I pray that you're able to just fight to keep your passion in that passenger seat when you're driving. Hope you guys have a blessed day.